Who in here is Thai? Asks this reporter. I am. Almost every single one replies. More than a dozen men crammed into a room, filmed by Thailand's Channel 3. Just one fisherman is allowed out to buy food. The TV reporter convinces him to let them in. It's a makeshift jail, a virtual cage, in the basement of a fishing company on an Indonesian island. Local police say they've nothing to do with it. The fishing company detaining them says they've been here only 2 days for questioning, but these men say they've been here 3 months. The team takes photographs, notes down names. They'll try to find their families to tell them they're still alive. The jail is on Benjina Island in eastern Indonesia, one of many places where Indonesian authorities have recently intercepted boats on charges of illegal fishing. The vessels are often manned by fishermen from across Southeast Asia, many of whom say they're being used as slave labour. Further west on Ambon Island, a boat was forced into port and the entire crew held for questioning. Among them, Samart Senasuk. Now back home in Thailand, he recounts his nightmarish experience on board the ship. He tells me how he barely slept between long shifts on deck. He tells us he injured his hand. He thinks the bone was broken or tendon torn, but was forced to carry on working. He and the others say they were often beaten by the captain.
He kicked and punched me, and my nose and mouth were bleeding. I still have blood clots in my teeth, and my jaw hurts every time I chew.
In desperation, he wrote an open letter to the Thai Prime Minister asking for help, signed by dozens of others from neighbouring countries. That got him freed from Indonesian custody and flown to Thailand in March. Samart says he wanted to escape, but told us the captain held on to all the workers' documents. Besides, he says, the captain gave him a seaman's passport with a false name on it, a paper document that can easily be forged.
I kept thinking about my family. There were times I was about to jump into the sea to kill myself. My friend held me back. Otherwise, I'd be dead by now.
He breaks down. We give him a moment, but 6 years of abuse has taken its toll.
I felt so desperate. I had to lift solid frozen blocks of fish, 20 to 25 kilos. Sometimes it was thrown and hit my body. I was forced to work in a freezer room for long hours. I wanted to die. My body couldn't take it anymore. I cried countless times. I was doing it for the money. They said you could have big money. But I ended up in debt, out of nowhere.
A commission fee to the agent, a payment for bringing the workers to the boat, paying money to be used as slave labour. Samart has finally got new documents. He's sleeping in a labour rights group's office. With the help of activists here, he's fighting a legal battle for compensation. He won't name the company, fearing he won't be paid, or worse, a backlash. Activists estimate potentially there could be up to 3,000 trafficked victims working on boats in these seas.
Initially, we found homeless Thais on the islands with no food, and then we started to find graves of perished sea crew, and it turned out there are so many. On Benjina Island alone, we found more than 70. So we decided to do our best to bring back those who are still alive before they die, just like the others.
As well as Thai fishermen, there are workers from Cambodia, Laos and Myanmar. And sure, Samart's story isn't new. We've heard it so many times before, and that is the tragedy. It still goes on.
Many of my friends died in Indonesia, and their graves were marked with the wrong names. Like if I died, my grave would not bear my name, but it would bear someone else's. I'm speaking to you on behalf of many lost souls who could not come home.